called gentrification. It's what happens when the property value of a certain area is brought down. Huh? You listening?
Yeah.
They bring the property value down. They can buy the land at a lower price. Then they move all the people out, raise the property value, and sell it at a profit. Now, what we...
According to Oxford Languages, gentrification is the process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthy people moving in, improving housing, and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. A study done by the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia shows 10 of the most gentrified cities in America from 2010 to 2014. And although this study may be a few years old, it still shows how much gentrification is happening in America. It's not just happening in these big cities like Atlanta and Denver and Boston. It's also happening in smaller cities like my hometown of Kalamazoo or Lansing. In many, many other places across all 50 states, gentrification is happening. This new multi-million-dollar apartment complex that they built recently is just one of the examples of gentrification in the Kalamazoo area, where they'll build these new nice things, but the people who already live there can no longer afford it. The same thing with these houses that they built on the north side of Kalamazoo, where the residents who live there already won't be able to afford it, but it will attract new people. And I spoke to a Kalamazoo resident who lived there for about 40 years to speak more on the recent developments in the area.
All the new apartments, which are private enterprise, don't seem to, they're on the fringe. So it doesn't help the inhabitants of the north side, and I don't think that the residents in those apartments or structures in any way or shape or form mirror the racial distribution within the north side or any low income community. So certainly the apartments and their placement are at best transitional to the north side.
Mm-hmm. And lots of these new apartment complexes that they built in the poor areas or on the border of these poor areas, like Mr. Ehart was saying, does not make up the demographic of the area. The people living in the apartment complexes never resemble the actual community around them.
The houses that a lot of times are rental properties aren't well taken care of. And so when these developers come in and offer landlords a lot of money for their property, they sell them, and then those people don't have anywhere to go. So it's not really good for the community. Really not a lot there. There's a grocery store that has just come last 10 years maybe, but it's overpriced. It does not have quality food, does not have a lot of food, but it's the only store that's close, so people have to shop there unless you...
And so what they did was kill off all the small grocery stores on the north side. Then it's gone, so now you got nothing. And never put something, that's gonna really benefit the community in the community when you're black. In order to help the North Side or any disadvantaged area, you need to start a foundation or build upon the foundation within that area. And that might mean that you build from the heart out as opposed from the edges in, or it's pushing people to another area, even though it may look like it's a benefit, unless there's some means to work with the neighborhoods themselves, as opposed to someone just coming in and buying property and then